needed to like...
Cheers.
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 There. Yeah.
There we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of Midwest Married. I'm Matt.
I'm Amy.
I'm Nate.
And yeah, we're back from our vacation. We went to Oregon. We did a ton of windows at the house. We helped friends move into houses. It's been a few busy weeks.
Very busy.
And we're just now finally getting back after it.
Yeah, we need some comedic relief in our life, and so of course we called up our buddy Nate here because you always know the funny things to say.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, it's always a good time. We needed to have a night that's not work,
Yeah,
right?
I agree. We've been in a slump.
A little bit of a slump. We've just got too many, like, what's the saying? Too many, like, pokers in the fire?
Irons in the fire.
Irons in the fire.
Irons in the fire, yes. Too many of those.
Too many s'more sticks in the fire.
Exactly. They're burning.
But look at how thoughtful Nate was. He brought
I
you flowers.
know.
He
I
knew
really
you
love
needed
them.
those.
Freshly picked from the garden.
What are those flowers?
Dahlias.
You have a green thumb.
I don't know what genus, whatever. I don't know. They're flowers.
I don't know which one I actually like
That's
the
my
most. That one's your favorite. I do really like the orange one, but I like how subtle and nice this like white and pink one is too.
A lot of
Flowers.
varieties.
We got them. Well, primarily going to be a listener letter write-in episode.
Love it.
But I am slipping in one Reddit story.
That's what he said. Maybe I'm the comedic relief tonight.
Blew my mind.
Something.
I'm something. I think I've just got too many irons and too many pokers, too many things going on in this brain all at once. You never know what's going to happen here tonight.
So I felt like we were in a slump, as I mentioned, and I went out to Reddit and I searched slump. And this was the highest am I the asshole story about being in a slump.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for hooking up with a slump buster?
What's a slump buster?
Oh man. I'm scared to know.
Well, it could apply to a lot of things. But, when you're in a slump and you just gotta, like, get that one, notch off your belt.
Is it a home run?
I generally think it's when you, like, hop on a grenade, perhaps.
So it's a base hit.
Interesting enough, this story is about baseball.
Really? Okay.
Baseball is a very superstitious sport. Everyone has their own superstitions and habits, and there are plenty of baseball-wide ones. They're all over the place. One of the less well-known ones is called a slump buster. That's when you're in a really bad slump. You just can't hit your way out of a paper bag. You go to a local bar and pick up any girl you can find and take her home. I've done that a few times in my career, and it always seems to work. Well,
I mean, women are magical. We basically are. I mean, if you're looking to women to solve all your problems and give you magical superpowers, I guess. I mean, who can fault them for that as long as it's mutually agreed upon?
Well, last season, I did it with a girl that wasn't necessarily a 10.
Okay.
To that point, the guys still bring it up.
Well, he's probably not a 10 either, so.
Well, last night, me, my new girlfriend, and a few of my teammates were all hanging out, and my teammates start ragging on me about it. My girlfriend called us disgusting pigs, walked away, and broke up with me. None of these girls were ever under the illusion that this wasn't any more than a one-night thing. So, am I the asshole?
You're probably the asshole for bringing it up and talking about it like women are sexual objects. I mean, that's probably more the problem, not that you slept with somebody once, right? Like, that's my take.
So the teammates are the assholes.
Yeah, teammates
in this
too.
situation.
Well, he probably wasn't like shutting it down, right? If she was like, well, I don't like your response to them bringing this up.
I just couldn't believe it was a real thing.
It's hilarious that was baseball. He did too.
I mean,
So I had
honestly,
to read it. Come on. I would believe that girls do the same exact thing with guys. Like, going out to a bar for, like, you know what, I just need to...
It's probably not as prevalent, but I'm sure it happens more often than one would think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say in my social circle I have heard of women pursuing someone as a slump buster, but again, I'm sure
How about,
it has happened.
how about not as maybe a slump buster or whatever you want to call it, but like girlfriends going out to
And
the
just having
bar
a
and,
one-night
like,
stand?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Same thing.
Well, yeah, but okay, I think that the difference here is that you're, like, the view of respect is probably a little different, right? Like...
Is it not as premeditated as, like, man, I can't hit this friggin' ball, so...
I just need to go have sex with someone, anyone who will take me with a magic vagina. I mean...
What a ridiculous...
You are comedic tonight.
Yeah,
Well, I think the
Anyways.
story's comedic.
it is.
It's silly.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, basically, I sum it up to guys having problems and looking for a magic pussy to fix all his problems. And he found one, and it works every time. We're witches. Don't burn us at the stake.
Which house? Gryffindor!
I think I would honestly be, if you want my real answer to this, I don't think I'm like courageous really enough for Gryffindor, to be quite honest. I think I'd be a Ravenclaw.
What's up? What are the Hufflepuffs? Or
I might be a Hufflepuff too.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think they're like...
I for sure would not be a Slytherin. I'm just not like feisty enough for that, but maybe
Or
a
sneaky
Ravenclaw.
enough?
Yeah, yeah. I have a moral conscience. Yeah.
All right.
What house would you be,
Of course, Gryffindor!
Matt?
Yeah.
You wanted a slump buster, and this is it. Here we are.
This
We are
is-
getting out of the slump.
This is fun.
Weasley.
Are you a Ron Weasley?
I'm pretty daring. What was
Yeah, you'd probably be a Gryffindor. You know no fear.
I don't know. Whichever one's like to base jump. That would be the one.
Have
You would
ever
play
went base
Quidditch.
jumping?
He'd play Quidditch, is what he would
I'd
do.
like to. Do you want
Yeah.
to?
Okay.
I took my 6-year-old hiking up to Ely's Peak,
Yeah.
and my 8-year-old, but they asked, how are we going to get down from, because I told them we're going to the highest mountain here.
Yeah.
And we don't really have mountains, but it's a really great view from up there,
There
right?
is some treacherous spots where you
There
could...
are, and you're like climbing, and yeah, there's
Yes.
kind of abrupt cliff
It's a great
edges.
hike.
Sort of, it's a great hike. It's only like a mile and a half or something to get there.
0.8.
Perfect. So we are on our way, and they're like, how are we going to get down? And I was like, how do you think we're going to get down from this hike?
Back the way you came.
And exactly, I turned into an old grandma. No, so at the same time, they both answered, and Emmett turns to me and he goes, well, first Eloise said, elevator? We'll take an elevator? And I said, no, that's
Practical.
the wrong answer. And Emmett at the same time goes, skydive? If we had a parachute, we could skydive. And I was like, oh,
Did you
God.
correct him? Be like, that's base jumping, not skydiving.
I did not. But in my brain, I was like, okay, Eloise, you're taking after me. Emmett, you're taking after Matt.
Yeah.
Eloise is my fellow Ravenclaw girly. So can't wait to read them those books.
Where's the elevator?
I know. Elevator? Nope, no elevator.
No.
They hiked all the way down, and actually, the first time we missed the turn to go to the thing.
Easy.
And so we ended up hiking 3 miles. And they did great, so we got to go back and do that again.
The signage is pretty poor.
Yeah, there's no sign.
It's not great.
I just had to look on my All Trails
Yep.
app, and I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, oh, there's this overlook, and there was no overlook when I was taking them like further in. I didn't find it. It said I was right there, and there was no view to be seen. Anyway, I'm off track.
Overall, the people say
You're off track on the trail too, because you had to take a right.
It was actually a left. But anyway.
mixed views.
What's the top comment?
Yes. Let's get back to the story.
Yeah.
Back on track.
All right. Top comment. You're the asshole for fulfilling your stupid superstitions.
Yeah.
The top portion is very much you're the asshole for bragging about bagging ugly girls.
Okay. Was the OP bragging though? Or was he just getting razzed by his teammates?
I agree. I think
We need some clarity to this story.
Not
Not that it matters that much.
Then we asked some people. No,
Either way, it's not great.
it doesn't matter what the reason was, as long as the other person was consenting. Yeah, mixed across the board.
But overall vote, he's the asshole.
The top comment. Yeah, most people up to that.
We'll go all the way to the top. Yeah, overall vote, asshole.
Ah, yes. Look at that. Asshole. All right. Now, to get to what everyone wants to hear.
About everything, about all of my feelings, and I wanted to make this episode like, okay, I'm going to write in a listener, write in too, because all the poker's in the fire. Irons.
Were you gonna write your own?
I was going to write my own listener write-in and be like, Nate, how do I fix my feelings?
Nate, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Exactly.
Oh my god, you guys. If you're just tuning in, it was one story without the microphones on. Because, again, we're in a slump across the board.
Are you okay?
Oh, stupid.
So this brings me right to my listener write-in from Amy to the listeners of Midwest Married. You ready? Dear Midwest Married listeners, my 39 female experience on this planet Earth has too many irons in the fire. From working, to building a house, to attempting to keep a house clean, to parenting, to doing a podcast, to maintaining friendships, to keeping family dramatics to a minimum, to et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like I need to excel at all of them. But when I'm doing all of them, I feel like I'm failing at every single one because my house isn't clean, my other house isn't done, my kids watch a lot of screens quite often. I just don't feel like I've got enough time with my friends to like nurture every single relationship that I really want to. And we're in a slump in our podcast. What do I do?
So,
There's no answers.
There is.
What's the answer?
You could be the exact opposite. Do nothing and feel very unfulfilled.
That doesn't sound...
No, I'm just saying, like, you're doing great. Because you feel best when you're busy.
So messy.
I have eyes.
All the time. It really is so messy. They probably can see it in the dirty reflection of my windows.
we'll get it all squared away. It's all going to work out. We're doing great.
There's key parts that I look at. You can walk through. There's thoroughfares.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Fire escapes, important.
Yes.
You can put shit in your sink.
Yes.
There's room.
Yes.
It's good enough for me.
There we go. All right.
Good
folks.
enough. All right. Well, here's how I try to make myself feel better. I remember that there was one woman on the internet who once, and I think she was quite famous, and I wish I remember who she was. Somebody, please, like tell me who it was. There's this woman who was talking about how she was when she was doing an interview, and she was, maybe it was like a Grey's Anatomy star or something. Maybe it wasn't Grey's Anatomy. but I think she was like on TV, and they were complimenting her of like, oh, you do it all. You're like so wonderful in TV, and you're like awesome. And what's the secret? And she's like, the secret is that you can't be awesome at all the things all at once. If I'm really awesome at work, I'm probably not doing really awesome at home or parenting or like, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, well, if really super amazing women are feeling that way, then I must not be very unreasonable. And I wish I knew who that was. So
It's everybody.
It's everybody?
Yeah,
It's not
everybody.
just me. It's not just me. But
All right.
maybe
'Cause when
someday
you
we'll be really
excel-
awesome at one
When
thing.
you excel in one thing, something else has got to give.
You only have so much time,
Mhm.
right? Anyway, that's my self-pep talk.
It's only 25 and a half hours in a day, so
Okay.
All right. We're going to listen.
Matt's going to cut all that.
I'm
He's
gonna
not
read-
making the cut.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's real. Let's get to our first listener
let's
right in.
get it.
We got a few.
Here we are.
All right. Hey guys, please keep me anonymous if you read this on the pod.
Okay.
Been
What's
a
the name
fan-
on that?
Been a fan
just
since the beginning. Listen to Two Hot Takes and Father Knows Something. You're such a nice family, and thank you for sharing. I've definitely thought about writing in before, and I have a lot of crazy stories that have happened. But there is something that I am wondering. My husband doesn't initiate. I'm not just talking about sex, but everything. Starting dinner, what to clean, and when. Even getting out of bed in the morning. I am always initiating. What is going on, you guys? We're both in our mid-20s, have been together for almost 8 years, engaged, and married over a year now. Living together for the past 3 years, no kids, just pets, and we love each other so much. He's wonderful. Likely, we're in a rut.
We're in a slump too.
I've asked to go on a date a few times in the past few months, but we haven't done that. Once to go to a movie that never ended up happening. Another asked him to go to dinner over the weekend. We do go out with friends sometimes, but I don't consider those dates since they were with different friends for a birthday. Our weekends have been fairly busy, but I've been trying to keep them free lately so we can relax. Example of him trying. He says he will take me thrifting to appease me, but as soon as he's inside the thrift shop, he scrolls on his phone and doesn't talk to me or take any interest in anything.
Thrifting's so boring.
He usually wants to leave shortly
He's the
after
one who's
arriving.
taking
Sorry,
you there, though.
I feel him.
Well,
I'm
he's the
just
one
kidding.
who's
Sometimes it's fun. But
yes, sometimes like if you find treasures, it's like a treasure hunt. But also, he's the one who's like, "Hey, you like this? Let's go."
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to like do this for the relationship, you gotta go all in, right? Like if I'm going to a baseball game or a hockey game with Matt because he likes it, even though it's not my jam, I'm not going to be scrolling on my phone. I'm going to be like watching his reactions and being like, "Is this cool? Is this cool? Oh, it's cool."
just making sure.
Go team, right?
I hope both teams have a great time.
Exactly. That is kind of me. So he could be like, "Hey, engaging with her in the thrift shop. Hey, is this cool? Is this an ancient artifact of the 1970s or beyond?"
Uranium glass.
Right?
That's the thing. Sorry to interrupt.
And she'll probably be like, "No, that's junk." And then he'll be like, "Okay, cool, let me put it back." But at least you're engaging and you're trying.
1996 first edition Charizard Pokemon.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. It's out
That's
there.
probably not at the thrift store. I don't know.
I don't know that one out there. Yeah, what's the...
You can buy Pokemon cards there?
No, but at one point they had some old tobacco cards on consignment. So like really old baseball cards. They came in tobacco packs.
Oh,
They were like
Didn't know that.
$4,000. I'm like, ha!
well,
They're not even graded. Anyways.
see, you can find some really cool treasures. It's like a treasure hunt. Okay, I interrupted the story though.
No,
Well-
I did, but carry on.
Well, anyways, I'm really tired of asking him
Mhm.
to do things around the house that
Mm-hmm.
he would normally do anyways if we weren't living together. I wish he would wake up before me just once and start breakfast or maybe start cleaning when it's the appropriate time to do so. Otherwise, he's just a doom scroller and he works very hard. So I understand that he wants to relax and scroll, but I don't know. And him starting sex, I honestly don't know when the last time he initiated anything. We do have sex, but I have to start it. And it's usually only once a week, even if I initiate more than that. We're in our 20s, for God's sakes. What is this time meant to be? Who are you?
Who are you?
What do you mean? What?
Tired of feeling rejected
Yeah,
in such
I
an
get it.
intimate space. Other than that, I know it's a learning curve moving in, and we have come so far over the last 3 years or so. But this, I don't know. I'm just straight up confused. How to get him to initiate first on anything. Guys, what is going on? As a note, we do have our own hobbies. He's a computer nerd, and I like to paint and do art. We even work 2 days at home together, so we do see each other. Just no time for us as a couple. He doesn't seem to see this as an issue. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Much love, Texas.
Much love back at you. I have a few thoughts. One of the primary thoughts, like, I think that he's grown to be comfortable. I think that you're searching for growth in your relationship, and also probably more of an equal partnership. And I think that he's comfortable.
Currently at a plateau.
Plateaued, yes. I also wonder if, like, you didn't really mention his moods. You didn't say that he is showing other signs of, like, a depression, but could there be any underlying depression that's either undiagnosed or not addressed? You'd want to make sure that that's kind of ruled out, right? Because he could just be comfortable, but also, like, just really not having any motivation to do anything, especially if he used to do all these fun things in your relationship, and now it just seems more like blah. Like, is there more going on for him that he just hasn't felt comfortable talking about? So you might want to look into that a little bit. Otherwise, I really think that you got to have a really honest, open conversation and say, hey, but come at it from a place of love, right? Like, I love that we are comfortable together and that we've settled into a routine, but I would also love if our relationship was more. And this is specifically what I need, because he's not going to be able to read your mind. He might think that you think that everything is fine and dandy, right? Like, what if he thinks that you both just enjoy sleeping in on the weekends and has no idea that it irks you to, high heaven that he's scrolling on his phone in the morning, right? Like, he thinks you're just relaxing and having a nice time together, laying in bed together. I don't know. So maybe you've talked about it before, but if you haven't, I think that you need to sit down, come from a place of love, do the I feel kind of statements. When you scroll on your phone, I feel like you're ignoring me. And maybe you're not intending to do that, but that's like specifically, especially on our Saturdays when we're supposed to be together. Or, hey, you invited me to go on a date with you, and then you totally ignored me the whole time. And I just want to engage with you more. So maybe we pick activities where we both feel engaged, something like that. But, like, it's hard because the whole point of it is that you want it to come from him and you don't want to do the work. So, I mean, have the conversation, but then he's going to show you his colors. Like, if he wants to, he will. Is right? Once he knows how you feel, if he wants to connect with you, then he will.
I would agree. I would say that there is also sometimes people need some reminders, can slip back into some old habits. You've been at this for a while. So, yeah, I think communication for sure. You have to bring it to his attention.
It's tough to snap out of the doom scroll.
It is. I agree. I'm guilty.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome. Sleeping in on a Saturday and then scrolling on your phone. Yeah.
I can't really remember the last time I got to do that.
Sounds great.
Kids, Usually my phone is gone.
Is it playing Bluey?
Emmett has gotten into this habit that he will wake up in the middle of the night and steal my phone from
He only did that once. He only did that once. And you guys see, this is why I feel like I'm not being a good parent. The screen time. I'm trying so hard.
Oh, it's fine. And when I said, "Who are you?" I was like, I really like this person.
Oh, the person, right?
Yeah, when I was reading, you're like, "What?"
Oh, yeah.
I like this person.
Well, yeah.
It's good. So, yeah, I don't know. You got to bring it to his attention, and hey, people grow apart. We'll see, if he's willing to put in the work, and
Relationships cannot be one-sided.
I agree.
I agree.
You can't be doing all the work all the time, or else it's just not going to be happy. And then if you have kids, that's 10 times the amount of work. And if you're the only one doing the work, you're going to build resentment. So fix it now.
And I will say, for the stupid guys out there, a helpful reminder is quite helpful.
And I guess it's hard for me to put myself into this guy's shoes, because I mean, if you're initiating, I mean, I can probably, throughout our 20 some odd year relationship, maybe count on one hand the times that I've turned you down.
Probably.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. That's hard to relate to. I'm usually the one.
That's why. Is there some depression going on or something else underlying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I need more info.
Well, she said that he's a nerd.
Yeah.
And maybe he is living in a fantasy land through his video games and not engaging in real life. And
didn't say anything about video games.
Oh, did I not say that part?
Oh.
He's a computer nerd and I paint and do art. I said that part.
Well, computer nerd, that doesn't mean video games necessarily. What if he's designing code or, I don't know, other computer-y things?
It's different.
I'd like an update. Can you educate us on what type of computer nerd? What else is there to do on the computer?
There's lots of things.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Work in video games.
Sit down,
Raspberry
have a conversation.
Pi, home automation. There's lots of shit.
All right. You're a nerd.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But I also like video games. Let's do different things.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, best of luck. Bring the conversation up to him and, let us know how that goes. Keep us informed.
But also, if he wants to, he will.
Here is an update to one of our stories that we've read in the past.
Oh, I want an update. What story was it?
We're going to find out together.
Okay.
Just wanted to write in an update to my story many months ago about deciding if we wanted to move closer to family or stay in our own city once we had our second baby. Thank you for reading our story and your advice/opinions. We had our little girl last week.
Congratulations.
Excuse me. The last week of February. Still, congratulations. And big sister is loving her new role and turning 2 in August. My sister and I are 22 months apart, so having my girls in a similar age gap is going to be a lot of fun, as well as challenging.
Yes.
My husband and I have started to get into a new rhythm as a family of 4, but have run into a few days where we really wish we had family to help. But we want to make it a point to plan a night out for us once a month to just be people and not parents. We hope to be able to schedule our parents to come visit and help us instead of having to pay a babysitter, but we'll resort to that if we must. We looked at new houses in our current city, and with the interest rate and the cost of having 2 in daycare, we decided it made the most sense financially to stay in our small house.
Yep.
Hearing you two talk about your small house helped me feel like we can do it for the next couple of years.
Oh, for sure.
We want to reevaluate where we want to be once our oldest is ready to start kindergarten, which will be here before you know it. Since we didn't grow up here, we don't know much about the schools, so we have some time to do our research and see which district might be the right fit. Or if we decide to move back eventually, we know one that's near our parents. Thank you again for your advice, and I love listening to the podcast each week. Happy 1 year doing it all. P.S.
Thank you.
Just so happens to be my 5-year wedding anniversary this month as well.
Oh, happy
Dang.
anniversary.
And that was written June 27th.
That's awesome. That sounds like
Oh, not that
you.
far. It's only a month off.
There you
Perfect.
go.
We're perfect.
Well, it
We're
sounds
right
like
there.
they
Took that a
made
month.
like really great decisions for their family. And yep, you absolutely can do it in a small house. And funny enough, like when the kids got, I don't remember what I said, specifically during that episode, but when the kids get older, almost your house gets bigger because the babies take up so much space with all of their baby stuff that when you can get rid of the baby stuff and you move on to the toddler
He's
and
like, holy
preschool,
shit, there's so much more room.
there's so much more room for activities.
Yeah. Can we get bunk beds?
And you can get bunk beds. We have our kids have bunk beds. So you can make it work. So it sounds like you made a really good choice for your family. So I'm happy for you. Thanks for that update.
All right. I got another one.
All right,
Perfect.
here we are.
Hi, Amy, Matt, and guest. I'm a 30-year-old first-time mom, and I somehow resent my boyfriend of 11 years after giving birth. We went through a miscarriage at
I'm
9
sorry.
weeks at the beginning of 2024, and 4 months later, I became pregnant with our now 2-month-old son. My boyfriend did almost everything around the house since I got pregnant and attended all the appointments, including coming to birthing class. However, what bothered me was his lack of affection. It started when he thought it was strange to have sex, as I began to show during my pregnancy. I had a great pregnancy, but he never really talked about it or wanted to bond with the baby. The birth also went very well, partly because he helped me a lot, just as he learned in the birthing class. Now I somehow resent him since the birth. I'm snappy with him, criticize him a lot, and don't really want to be close to him. I don't do this on purpose, it just comes out that way. We talked about it, and we were both really scared while I was pregnant. He didn't want to get too attached to the baby to protect himself, but I needed him closer. Now, he's trying to get closer, but I push him away. I'm usually a very clingy person, but I just want consistent love and affection. How can I fix this? And by the way, don't mind my grammar. English is not my first language. Greetings from Belgium.
Belgium!
That's awesome. Well, thanks for writing in.
Your beer is fantastic.
I think that anytime that you're dealing with grief and how you're going about dealing with that, a lot of emotions, a lot of different things happening. I definitely think maybe some couples counseling and both of you coming to the table and bringing your feelings might be the best option at this point. I think, one thing I will say, you have a 2-month-old son. Although Amy and I didn't have tragedy or, any sort of hardship with miscarriage or anything like that. Our roles with Emmett and Eloise, I didn't bond with Emmett for quite some time. I think it probably was close to a year before we really bonded. Eloise needed me a lot more. The milk situation supply was, Emmett needed you more at that point in time. And yeah, it took us a really long time to bond. So I don't know if you need to be extremely worried about that. I think time, 2 months is not that long. So, it'll happen. So
I think it's still a learning curve for him too, right? So the affection through pregnancy and people might, that was you being pregnant. That was a new experience for him as well, right? So he had to kind of find his feelings and whatnot throughout that process. I mean, yeah, growing a human inside your body is super cool and you're a superhuman, but also it's a little weird, right? Like, especially hormones and a lot of things going on, a lot of changes, a lot of body changes. So you're changing, you're adjusting to that. And, maybe that felt really good and natural for you, but maybe that was just like a foreign concept for him that he had to kind of get accustomed to and used to, because you mentioned that you had wanted him to be more affectionate. You also mentioned your miscarriage. I'm so sorry about that. It sounds like that was probably why he held back. Maybe, he didn't want to get too attached just in case something happened. Maybe he was worried about something happening to the baby. And then afterwards, you mentioned that you're really snippy with him and you don't want to be, but you just are. And I think you have to give yourself a little bit of grace too, because again, you have a brand new baby, newborn, not sleeping well, I'm sure. Sleep is a huge piece of the puzzle of like, at least for me, like if I don't sleep, I'm a monster. I'm a literal mommy monster if I do not get the sleep that I need. And you're kind of in a constant state of sleep deprivation when you've got a newborn baby. On top of that, your hormones are fluctuating. And I recently heard something or read something that with breastfeeding, the hormones that are released are like on purpose make women a little more snappy. A little more like lower libido, a little more like get away from me, don't touch me, like quit it, annoyed at their spouse and their partner as a protective mechanism to avoid pregnancy soon after that first infant is right. Immediately after that infant is born, because evolutionarily, we have better odds of that, in the caveman era, of that baby surviving if that baby gets one-on-one attention for longer.
Sure.
So there's a little bit of that too, probably, where it's not just, it's probably that culmination of all those things. So you might need to just give yourself a little grace, give yourself a little bit of time. Again, keep that communication pathway open with your partner. It definitely was not always smooth sailing, especially right after the kids were born. It wasn't the perfect little bubble of newborn bliss and joy. Is that really a thing? I don't know.
This household was nothing but rainbows and butterflies.
And a lot of chaos. Maybe there were rainbows after thunderstorms and tears. And the rainbows happened after Mama got a nap. Anyway. How about you? How many kids do you have, Nate?
So we have 4 kids, 16, 12, and our twins are 8. And so we had 2 losses prior to the twins. Both were around 20 weeks. So I understand where you're coming from. And it is strange. And it is weird. And I can understand how he would be sort of self-protecting, right? Like, because I can't imagine what it feels like to be the woman in that situation. Mm-hmm. But from the male perspective, it also is hard. So
I'm sure you're trying everything that you can, like worried about maybe hurting the baby with intimacy or the pregnancy, or you don't want to do anything that could cause problems or issues. I could see how that would be a worry.
Yeah, it's...
Even if like your logical brain knows like it shouldn't, Right.
Yeah, because you never know what, like, the reason why, So it's... Mm-hmm.
Did you find yourself pulling back from Cassie from a intimacy standpoint?
Not too much.
Or have any bonding difficulties afterwards, or
no, because
with any of the pregnancies, maybe.
All right, so this is probably not what you want to hear, but it was very fantastic when we had 2 healthy babies come out. So it was pretty easy to bond in that aspect. So that's probably not what you're looking for.
Maybe don't relate in that way, but you can see from the dad's perspective how, like, during the pregnancy, you're worried about something going wrong.
Every person's gonna react differently.
Yeah.
So there's no magic one arrow that's gonna bullseye onto like every situation, right?
For sure.
So it's definitely individual, and it just takes time, really.
I think so too.
So-
Time. Your heart grows. I don't know. I actually had a hard time bonding with Eloise at the beginning just because the postpartum period was so hard. And
Not me.
no, you bonded right away with Eloise.
My heart went boom.
Mhm. And it was, and now it's amazing looking back. Like your perception of parenthood, like my feelings want to forget that was ever hard for me now because you love them so much. I've
Yeah.
had 8 years to just
Yeah.
love this little creature.
But this one point in time, it was like
It was hard.
really sour.
It was hard. Breastfeeding was hard, and sleep was hard, and losing your freedom as an independent person and now being attached to someone who needs to nurse 24/7 was hard. And there's a lot of hard things that come with parenting.
It's not tiring at all, is it?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. And so bonding for both mom and dad can be difficult. It isn't always, but it can be hard. Matt had a little harder time bonding with Emmett, where for me, that one felt easier. I think because all of the hard things with Eloise was much easier with Emmett for me. And where, we kind of did a little bit of divide and conquer with Emmett and Eloise.
Mhm.
Like I did the majority of the caretaking responsibilities. Again, I was nursing and whatnot. It just kind of happened with the infant, and I really needed Matt to help with Eloise more, and it just felt like a natural kind of transition. But Matt, you look at that little kiddo, that little shaggy blonde-haired little kid that wants to parachute off the mountain. Yeah, you guys are like this. He's
Like
like
peanut butter and jelly.
oh yeah.
Like lamb and tuna fish.
What?
Would you prefer lamb and tuna fish?
Okay, that
Like
must,
spaghetti and meatball?
okay, that must be from a movie. I'm glad you get it.
Big Daddy.
Oh, okay.
Adam Sandler.
Got it.
Get
Anyway.
with it.
Your heart just grows for both of your kids. So you just got to give it time. And if you're in a spot where, you have a young kid and bonding is hard for either one, you or your spouse, just, give yourself time. It's going to get there. It gets better. Yeah.
I would say don't be overly concerned at this point.
Yeah.
Give it time.
2 months, right?
2 months.
Their baby's 2 months old. So it'll take some time. On a positive, your partner went to all the birthing classes and did all the things and helped you a lot with that. But did he complain about his arm being sore if he showered you? I mean, if you don't have that,
What a jerk.
it's really long.
But also, here's a really
I
important-
wasn't allowed to go into the birthing tub, which before I got any medication for Eloise's labor, being in the shower was the only thing that helped, and it really reduced my pain. And so Matt was showering me with the thing because I had internal monitoring devices. So I, again, couldn't use the tub. So poor Matthew complaining about how sore his arm was while a child was about to be ripped from my body.
I don't know. Have you ever held a thing up that long? You ever done a beer stein competition?
No, I have not. Have you
I
ever
did.
given birth?
No, but I almost won.
We should do
Well, I
a
did
mic.
it twice.
A mic
Mic holding competition
mic
right
holding-
now?
The dog is on the court.
Okay, ready?
No,
can't,
we're
I
not doing
can't.
it. But
Why? I would win.
it was legit at least an hour-long shower. And I was like,
Poor
I have to
Matthew.
quit. I
Start
have
just
to
shaking.
quit. My arms are just
Wah, wah.
But a more important question.
Mm.
Does this listener speak Dutch, French, or German?
Can we get an update? Belgium, if you're listening.
Okay.
Love Belgium.
Next.
Hi, Matt and Amy, and guests. First, I love you guys. You bring so much joy and wisdom to my life, so I just want to say thank you for that. I am a 26-year-old female that has an amazing boyfriend. He brings so much joy into my life, and I know that he is my person, and I am his. We've been dating for about 2.5 years and have talked about getting engaged in the next year or so. I was wondering if you have any advice on this waiting period. I'm so excited for this next chapter, but I also don't want to ruin all the fun things we will do this next year, anticipating that it's going to be a proposal.
Anticipating every single thing that you could do is possibly a proposal.
Well, but it's hard. I just want to live in the moment, but I am struggling. Thanks for reading this. Anonymous.
Here's the deal. I think you're already winning because you already have a timeline. You say the next year and a half. As long as you guys are like on the same page with that timeline.
Is it your timeline? Is it?
Well, that's the question. Are you on the same page? If you've talked about it and you're on the same page with the timeline, just lean back, relax. It's gonna happen. You've got that timeline in the brain, right? Like that's when. There's no rush then, as long as there is a timeline.
Hopefully there's enough things scheduled where you're never gonna know, right?
And even if you do kind of know, that's okay, right?
I know,
like it's gonna be fun.
Part of the fun, right? Like like a baseball game, and then something else.
You're just saying enjoy every event and the potential.
And then just like in the back of your mind, be
that
like,
every
this
event
could
has.
be it. This could be it.
It could be, but if it's not, don't be upset.
Oof. We didn't really have a timeline for like a date for engagement set up. And there were some times that some events were, not even remotely you could ever think you were going to get engaged at, but you did. And it turned into a flippin' disaster.
Well, we had dated for 10 years or longer, and we didn't have a timeline because Matt wanted to keep it more of a surprise. And I was at my wit's end being like, well, I've got a timeline if you don't have a timeline. So.
You mean you didn't propose at the monster truck rally?
He literally had 6 days left, though, in his timeline before I decided that I was going to propose to him.
Oh.
He would have been mad about that, but I was going to do it.
I didn't propose at my sister Morgan from Two Hot Takes at her sorority silent auction event. Happened to be a Valentine's dinner silent auction, but
it was a Valentine's dinner where it was formal, like everybody was dressed up and it was whatever.
And it just spiraled real quick. That's okay. We made it.
Yeah.
Here we are.
They propped up Valentine's so much to expect these types of situations to happen.
Tell us how you really feel.
Ridiculous.
Well, know that it probably won't happen on Valentine's Day because he
awful.
probably won't want to be cliche.
Yeah.
So just enjoy your Valentine's Day without any thoughts of any proposal. That's like the one situation in one day where you can be confident it's not going to happen.
All right. So I guess my advice is just live your life how you'd live it every other day without ever thinking about the engagement at all. And it'll just happen.
It'll be so much cooler.
It'll be great. You'll be surprised. Don't think about it.
Again, because you've got that timeline. I'm glad you have that, and I'm glad you're on the same page. It's going to be good. Let us know when you're engaged.
But also, I hope that there's a bunch of stuff scheduled. So
he just wants you to suffer a little bit, apparently.
Yeah, well, no, because let's say you don't do anything for the next year, and then suddenly you have like a big trip planned or something. Well, then obviously it's going to happen, in your situation where you expected that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it doesn't happen. Then, well, you're going to be set up for disappointment.
Okay, so you don't want her to be disappointed.
No. Right? He needs to just schedule a bunch of shit.
Okay.
So
very good. He needs to schedule lots of dates, lots of fun events.
Yep. Monster truck rally.
Cassie is so lucky.
Yeah. Sunday.
Oh, we got a co-parenting.
Let's get it.
Story. Hi, I've been a long-time listener, and here's my issue. My daughter's father does not prioritize paying his phone bill and has left us with no ability to talk when she is with him for multiple days in a row. My daughter 5 has brought up excessive alcohol use in front of her, father's partner being aggressive, and she's allowed to roam the neighborhood with her cousins who are 12 and 5. These are just a few of the things I find concerning. Now, I don't want to control what he does, but I want her to be able to have the ability to contact me if she's scared or hurt. She has been learning my number in case of emergencies. I don't know how to bring up this phone issue with him or the other issues without him thinking that I am attacking him. How would you navigate this? Or is it a non-issue and I'm just the crazy baby mama?
You're definitely not the crazy baby mama. You're looking out for your baby and thinking about safety. I don't think that constitutes that.
How old is
5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I was like, well, if they're old enough, get like the jitterbug.
So they have the watches now.
Yes.
I think that even at 5, like a
You can have
5-year-old
one, yeah.
would probably be able to work that. I would probably recommend looking into that and seeing, because you can program like 3 or 4 phone numbers in the watch where they can call you and talk to you, and you don't have to memorize a phone number. You can just click the button and, then they'd be able to call and talk to you. So if she was ever scared or in an unsafe situation, you'd have that ability. I for sure would be concerned if my child was, with someone who didn't have a means of communication. Even if they couldn't call me, well, they can't call 911. They can't, get in touch with emergency services, or if something were to happen, right? So I think that is, that would be a problem for me as well. So I don't think that you're the crazy baby mama. I also think that if the 5-year-old is bringing up these kind of safety concerns where, the partner is being aggressive and there's alcohol involved, I would document every single instance that is potentially unsafe. And if there's any way to, bring that up in text message, like everything that you can get in writing, the better. Because if it truly is an unsafe situation or becomes an unsafe situation, then you need to be prepared to fight for your daughter and go to court and get custody of her. That's my view. So, I think you should take it seriously. Have conversations with your daughter about safety. Have conversations of, my kids like to play the game. If you were in this situation, what would you do? Right? If the house were on fire, what would you do? Like they like to play those little games and to be like, oh, I think that I would leave the house and go to the mailbox, right? Or call 911. Or, what would you do if you were lost in a store? I'd go find a mom with kids or a police officer. They always say the whole thing. Anyway, so kind of doing that safety preparation thing, also having the conversation, private parts are private, all the safety things. I would focus on safety. If you feel like she's safe, great. Especially if you don't feel like she's safe and you have that evidence. And there's always Child Protective Services that also you could call if you feel like you need to make a report. But safety being the number one thing.
In closing, get one of those watches.
Yes.
Then you can always contact him.
Yes. Matt?
I agree with pretty much everything you said. I mean, Eloise is 8. I want, even when we're out of town, or I don't care who she's with, I want the ability to be able to call somebody and be in contact. Check in.
Right.
Yep. I want to check in. So, and
are they alive?
These are valid questions.
Yes.
So I don't know what age that's going to stop. Probably, I don't know, just probably continue forever. But I want to know. So whoever watches our kids, you better have a phone.
When she's 30 and you're 60, you're going to be, and she's going on a trip, you're going to want that little text message, I'm boarding the plane.
Yeah.
The plane landed.
Parent goals right there.
Parenting doesn't stop.
I will say.
Okay. Like it.
The thing where they go wander the neighborhood with a 12-year-old and what was the other one?
Another 5-year-old.
Another 5-year-old. Two
As
5-year-old.
long as it wasn't like a super dodgy neighborhood, I think that's good for kids to get out and explore, right?
Yeah, I agree.
As long as the neighborhood's safe-ish.
And it kind of
Yeah.
depends on the responsibility level of that 12-year-old.
Right, that too.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that particular 12-year-old like our 12-year-old nephew? Actually, he's 13, but like he babysat the kids the other day for the first time and he did amazing. And I would trust him. Like he's so responsible.
Nice.
Like is firstborn, right? Like
Yeah.
has that stereotypical like leader, responsible, rule follower, just personality. Is he a firstborn or is he like our secondborn who's just like wild and rules are just, things to be broken, right? Like
Just suggestions.
just suggestions, right? So also we bought our kids walkie-talkies
Oh, nice.
because we live out in the country and we like to encourage a little bit of that safe exploration
Yeah.
and independence a little bit. So we have like a park that's like literally a block down the road.
Mhm.
And sometimes we will let our 8-year-old go. And when we have like softball games going on and we know her friends are there, and we talk via walkie-talkie the entire time.
That's super fun, though.
Right?
Because walkie-talkies are awesome.
Walkie-talkies are so cool. They love it. And literally they spend the entire time talking to me on the walkie-talkie, right? I
How
know
many
she's
times do
alive
you
the
go,
entire time. Roger Dodger.
You don't have to say...
Oh, yeah. Or Matt has a whole bunch of trails in the back. Like
Yeah.
there's a mile worth of trails in our woods. And so with especially the 13-year-old cousin, when he's around, we will send all the kids, hey, go explore the woods with the walkie-talkie. I've got one. You've got one. I also have air tags on you.
Right.
Go explore and have fun. That's probably overkill, right? Too. Because again, we talked about how when we were young and the two places I would go on my bike, I'd go to the elementary school and play on the playground for a little while, and there were no phones whatsoever, right? Mom was just like, come back in a few hours.
Right.
Or I'd go to the cemetery. And that was awesome because I'd bring a loaf of bread and I'd feed the geese. And they have those paved little walkways where you can just, it's kind of hilly and there's no cars. You can just zoom on your bike. Yeah, I would go to that cemetery and I'd feed the geese and I'd look at some headstones and I'd bike around. Most of the time I had a sibling with me, but sometimes I would like go and meet a friend or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd totally let our kids explore this neighborhood, Nate's neighborhood. All right.
Somewhere in the
We got
Midwest.
time for one more.
Let's get it.
I'll wrap this up. Hello. You can call me Nellie.
Hi, Nellie.
I'm currently finishing my first year of graduate school and had to move across the country to get here. I was in a 3-year relationship previously to that, but due to the distance and our relationship not being as strong as we would have liked, my ex and I parted amicably. Since then, I've been waiting to start dating again. I'd call myself slightly socially awkward, which is made worse by how much time I spend studying and not practicing my social skills.
Why are you laughing? I want to be her friend. I'm like,
Me too.
You're the best kind of person.
No, I just...
People who are slightly socially awkward, they're
I
the most
agree.
interesting
I
people.
wasn't laughing at this person. I was just
Were you
like,
laughing
that's
at Matt?
relatable.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
like,
You're like,
I
I could have
agree.
written this. Okay.
I love the self-awareness.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I also never really dated in high school and had just a few relationships in college that were initiated by other people or just kind of happened through friends. There's this guy who's a few years ahead of me at my school. Let's call him James, who is in the gym often at the same time that I am. He's doing some pretty cool things professionally, and I really admire him. He's also pretty attractive.
Nice.
Mm.
I've been non-committally crushing on him for a few months, but
Okay.
recently we had
Fun.
a small conversation at the gym and I introduced myself. He graduates soon and I figured I would see if he wanted to go out before he left. A mutual friend of mine knows him and offered to give me his number because they thought we'd be a good match. So my friend texted the number to me. I texted him with my name, which he knew, but I'm not 100% sure he would remember. and something along the lines of, I'm sure you must be busy right about now, so no pressure, but I think you're really impressive and attractive, and I'd love to go out and get a coffee with you before you go wherever you're going next. He never responded. There's nothing I can do about that, and honestly, I'm not even that crushed, but now my brain is spiraling. From everything I knew about James, I would have expected some kind of equally polite refusal, but I didn't even get that. I've even seen him at the gym a few times with no acknowledgement. So my question is, did I do something wrong here? Did something make him feel uncomfortable? Is there a better way I should have handled this? What should I do in the future? What is going on?
Huh.
I don't think so. I think that she handled it beautifully, and either she texted the wrong person, which is a possibility, and you could double check your number with your friend, or yeah, maybe he just doesn't really, maybe he's a little socially awkward as well and didn't really know how to politely decline. But either way, I'm super proud of you for shooting your shot and getting out there and putting yourself out there, being vulnerable and just being honest. Maybe he just doesn't want to get into anything and meet anybody before he moves across the country again and does whatever he's doing next. And he didn't want to, didn't know how to say that. He should have said it. If he didn't respond, you're dodging a bullet then, because, you're right. He could have just very politely declined if he wasn't interested. Here's the thing. You are away at a new city in a new place in grad school. This is your time to go and explore yourself. And
there's more people at the gym.
There's so many more people. There's so many more fish in the sea. Right? There's so many more cool, interesting people, and you get to try on all sorts of bravery, like going up and just
singing karaoke.
You could sing karaoke. You can meet somebody anywhere. And the beautiful thing about moving away from your hometown is that if you get that rejection, you can just let it be water off a duck's back.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You can be anybody.
I will say, I'm going to put some blame on the friends that knew him, right?
Yeah. Okay. Good perspective.
Maybe there should have been some groundwork laid if they truly thought that
they
would have been a good match. Maybe they should do a little shove and be like, hey, I got her number. You should text her and just go out for a coffee or something, right?
I agree.
Blame those dickheads.
I know. Where's your wingman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do it solo in a new city. What are you doing?
That's a good point. That's a good point. If you have a friend who knows them, they should have at least been
should have reached out. Maybe prodded a little bit. Hey, James, you seen anybody right now?
What do you think?
I think I got an option for you.
Gathered a little intel.
Yeah, because mad props to her, because it doesn't seem like she's normally willing to do this sort of outgoing thing, right?
Right.
So, hey.
Agreed. Way to put
Keep
yourself out there.
But I think the friends failed you on that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I think you could have had a really good time.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott.
Boom.
Michael Jordan.
Shoot your shot.
That is the same.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Good for her for putting herself out there.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, again. So many fish in the sea.
Yeah. Don't feel dejected, rejected, whatever. There's more.
And it sounds like you're a super cruel person. That would be
cruel. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
No, I said super cool person.
Cool.
Definitely.
To get to know, grad school, studying something awesome. Yeah. So
gonna be
don't sell yourself short.
You'll be fine.
You're going to be fine. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, what do you think? Did this get us out of a slump?
Every time we record, I feel at home. It's good. I like it. It's fun.
That's because when you record, you're at home.
We are at home.
Oh, it was good. It was a good episode. I enjoyed
fun.
it.
Thank you for the flowers.
We have many more write-ins as of late. Thank you for writing in.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Yes. And most importantly, you know what I'm about to say? Please be sure to like, follow, subscribe, especially on YouTube. We appreciate you, and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.